Hello, welcome to session 18, the Lunge Matrix. So today we're going to go through a really quick, easy routine that you can do anywhere, anytime. It only takes about 3 minutes to do, and it's a fantastic little routine to do as a pre-run warm-up. But also it's good to do if you've just been sitting for a long period of time and you want to get some blood flowing and stretch everything out as well. So it's a really nice, simple one. We're going to take you through that. Kim, you're going to explain it and go into a bit more detail, and she's going to use me to demonstrate it.
Okay, so some of you might have heard of, or maybe not, the RAMP acronym for warming up. So RAMP, R-A-M-P, stands for Raise, Activate, Mobilise, Potentiate. So this hits either 2 or 3 out of those warm-up criteria. So if you're using this for a run warm-up, it's a really useful thing to do. Like Jason said, it's really quick and it's easy. Anyone can do it. And we'll go through what it hits on each thing. The potentiate element of RAMP, we're going to look at in another video with a bit more of a dynamic warm-up.
So this is the R-A-M.
RAM.
Doing a RAM routine.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it's called the Lunge Matrix because it's made up of 4 or 5? 5 different types of lunges. So we did a video on lunges previously, a few weeks ago now. So we're hoping that you've watched that video and you can kind of get a feel for how you should be standing when you're doing lunges. This one takes a few minutes. We do maybe 10 repetitions of each lunge, or 5 repetitions depending on how hard you feel you need them, or
you could start at 5 and
then work
up. Yeah, it doesn't have to be 10.
So if you're someone that doesn't lunge on a regular basis, this is probably going to raise your heart rate a little bit, again depending on how fast you do it as well. So Jason's going to show us the first one, which is a forward lunge. Like we said, we've already done this in one of our videos, but he's going to show you again what this does. So if you've been sitting like we talked about before and you've been in this position for a long time, what this is going to do is open up and stretch out your hip flexors. So it's going to activate your glutes, it's going to mobilise your hips, and it's going to mobilise and activate your legs as well. So first one is a forward.
I'm just going to go through the full routine and you're going to talk through it.
So forward lunges, you can do with or without a chair, again, depending on how often you do these, how used to them you are. So what Jason's doing is he's looking forward, chest and head up, not looking down, not leaning over. So he's getting a nice stretch down the front side of that hip when he lunges forwards. And as he pushes off with his heel, he's activating his glutes. Okay, so that's one to remember. Push off with your heel at the bottom. And you see as well how he's lifting his foot up as if he's going over a log or something, just to get that all moving nicely. So yeah, you can hold onto a chair if you want. The next one, I've lost count. Yeah, so about 10, about 5 on each side is a nice little number to do. The next one is a forward lunge with a twist. So this is doing all the same things that the forward lunge did, but adding the twist adds a bit of instability. So what that's doing, it's not just activating and mobilising your upper body, it's your brain as well. So if you've gone from sitting and you've gone straight out to run, your brain's just going to go, whoa, what are you doing to me? It's going to feel terrible. And that's what a lot of people do, and that's the first hurdle that people don't often get over when they go for a run, is that it feels bad when you first set off. So if you do this and you're adding some difficulty, your brain starts to go, okay, this is what we're doing some physical activity.
You can engage your glutes more as well to keep you stable.
So even if you wobble a bit, that's fine, it's good. It means that your body's switching itself on, it's learning what to do, and it's working out what you're asking of it.
Last one.
So you can do this really slowly as well. Again, you can hold onto a chair a little bit if you want to. The next one is a reverse lunge. No, it's not, it's a lateral lunge. I do these every day, you wouldn't believe, would you? So it's a side lunge. Again, we've gone into this in some of our other videos. The difference being here that Jason's kind of stepping up and over again, just to really open up through your hips, get some rotation through your hips as you lift your leg over. It's stretching and activating your adductors, the inner thighs, and again your glutes as well. So when you're in that side position, you're pushing off through your heel, which is activating your glutes.
Foot planted.
So when your leg is the leg that is straight, you want to push into the outside edge of that foot. So you're not tipping your foot up, you're really using it and pushing into the ground, which again will activate the whole outside of your leg as well. I've lost count again because I wasn't counting.
You're just waiting for you to stop talking.
Okay, so about 10, about 5 on each side. The next one is a reverse lunge.
No, it's not.
No, it's not. That's the last one. Jeez. The next one, I don't know what to call this. It's a sort of backwards diagonal.
Reverse sort of clock face.
Clock face lunge is the best way to describe it because that's how we explain it. Yeah.
And then you're going to turn your foot, keeping that one planted, out diagonally behind you.
So if you were standing on a clock face and you're facing 12 o'clock,
12 o'clock.
You're going to about
That's 9.
4. Is it? Oh, sorry.
And then that's about 7 or 8 o'clock.
Depends on how long your legs are and how tall you are, I
Do
guess.
the other side. But try and keep that foot planted when you do it.
So you're going to 7 o'clock and then you go into about 4 on the other side.
Yeah.
So imagine you're standing in the middle of a clock, 7 and 4 is what you're aiming for. You're turning your body at the same time as well. So it's not just turning your legs, you're getting some outward rotation in your hip, which again is helping to open up after you've been sat like that for quite a long time. Just open it and stretch it all out. You're engaging your glutes.
Stretch down there as well.
Okay. And notice that, so yeah, when you're facing the way that your leg is going, you're getting that stretch down your back as well. So again, if you've been hunched or collapsed, it's just going to make you feel a bit more alert. And again, that's good for your brain as well, because it's quite tricky the first few times you do it to work out how to do it. Okay.
That's about 10.
Something like. And then the last one is a reverse lunge.
Yay.
So, it's only because it's my favourite. This is the first one we did, I think, on our lunge videos, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's quite a simple one for most people, depending on your balance. Thing to remember with this is to give yourself a wider base so that you're not...
chair if you want to
Yeah.
as well.
Or a wall if you're outside or something. So you're stepping back with one foot, doing everything you did with all the other lunges, keeping your chest and your head up, looking forward, pushing off through that heel at the front. And you'll notice again what Jason's doing here, just because this is if this is a warm-up for a run or something to activate your hips and your glutes, if you lift up at the top, you're getting your balance working, you're telling your body that this is the kind of action it's going to be doing soon, but a bit faster. And then he's lifting up at the top again as well. So lift up.
Lift up there and then go back. But when I come back up, I'm thinking about driving through with this leg. So it's activating this rear glute as well. So it's a drive through.
If you're quite new to this, maybe just do it without the drive for now or balance on something. And you can do this slowly. It doesn't have to be a fast movement, just slow and controlled. Notice as well what he's doing with his arms. So this is something that if you are doing this as a run warm-up, again, you're working out how you're going to be moving and you're getting it all activated from the top down. It's not just about your legs and your bum.
And if you want to take it a step further, you can come down, but when you come back up, come up onto your toes.
What's that doing?
That's switching your calves on as well. So it's really sort of helping you drive. When we talked about ankle and foot strength before, we talked about lifting up through the big toe line. So when you're doing this, again, you're checking in with yourself, making sure you are coming up straight through your big toe rather than your ankle rolling out to the side.
Okay, so all of that put together is roughly, it's less than 3 minutes, I think, if you're doing it nice and steady. I do this before every run, and we try and get our athletes to do it before every run as well, especially if we've been sitting for a long time. I know you sometimes do it after you've had a bit of a jog, don't you?
Yeah.
So it depends on how you feel and where you've come from. If you've been for a walk and you're having a bit of a jog, and then you do it part way through your run, that might work better for you.
I'm like the dog, I'll
Yeah.
just mooch about a bit for the first part of my run, have a wee, and then get going, get into it.
Yeah.
So yeah, really quick, simple routine to do. We'll put the notes for the session and what the order of things are as well down below the video. So we'll also put the link in for the basic lunge exercise video, so you can check that out, as well as any of the other videos we've done if you want to see how to do a squat properly or anything like that. Yeah, my heart rate's up from just doing that, so it is a good little warm-up, so it does do the R of the ramp. Hope you all enjoy it, let us know how you get on, and see you next time.